Yo, what's good on YouTube, y'all? Today, I will be talking about how Siemens replaced Nippon Sharyo in the American intercity rail industry. Please note that I will speak a little bit of Japanese in this video. I am not fluent in said language, but I am learning it. But without further ado, let's dive right in. Nippon Sharyo Limited, or in Japanese, it would be translated as Nippon Sharyo Saizoku Bushiki Gaisha, which literally translates to Japan Rolling Stock Manufacturer Company, is a Japanese major rolling stock company formed in 1896 in Nagoya, Japan. Most famously, Nippon Sharyo is known for rolling stock such as the Zero Series Shinkansen, which is the world's first ever bullet train. Other Shinkansen series ranging from the 100 series, 200 series, and 300 series to the 500 series and N700 series, as well as electric locomotives like the JNR class EF65. Typically, said products were manufactured in collaboration with other Japanese rolling stock manufacturers such as Kawasaki, Hitachi, Kinki Sharyo, and Toshiba. Speaking of which, Nippon Sharyo has also manufactured rolling stock throughout parts of Asia and the Americas such as Thailand and Argentina. In North America, the earliest examples of Nippon Sharyo rolling stock are the Toronto Transit Commission work locomotives built from 1968 and 1973 for use on the Toronto subway. Next, there are the South Shoreline EMUs built between 1982 and 2009 for the South Shoreline between Chicago and South Bend, Indiana, to replace their older multiple units that date between the 1900s and 1930s. The South Shoreline EMUs share a similar design to the Mark II coaches built in joint with Sumitomo Corporation for Mark in Maryland, Washington, D.C., and West Virginia, which were built between 1985 and 1993. For bi-level coaches and multiple units, Nippon Sharyo manufactured gallery cars for Caltrain in 1985 and 2000, followed for Metra and Virginia Railway Express in the 2000s up to 2014. Based on the gallery cars, Highliner 2 electric multiple units were built between 2005 and 2016 for Metra and South Shoreline in the Chicago metropolitan area. As for light rail vehicles, Nippon Sharyo had manufactured the P865 and P2020 between 1989 and 1995 for Los Angeles Metro Rail's Blue, now A, Green, now C, and Ader Expo, now E lines. All of said light rail vehicles had since been retired in 2018 and 2021, respectively, with 3 P865 units and 1 P2020 unit preserved, with the remainder scrapped. Beginning in 2013, Nippon Sharyo has produced the Nippon Sharyo DMU, an EPA Tier 4 compliant diesel multiple unit family used for SMART, also known as Sonoma Marin Area Rapid Transit, in Sonoma and Marin counties in California and the Union Pearson Express in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Said diesel multiple units were manufactured at the Nippon Sharyo plant in Rochelle, Illinois, which was open from 2012 to 2018 and was shut down that year due to lack of orders. At the Nippon Sharyo factory in Rochelle, Illinois, there was a failed design of coaches and cab cars called the Next Generation Bi-Level Passenger Rail Cars created by Nippon Sharyo in joint with the Sumitomo Corporation that was supposed to be part of the family of Superliner coaches manufactured by Pullman from 1975 to 1981 and by Bombardier from 1991 to 1996 for Amtrak on several long-distance routes, as well as derivatives like the California car built between 1994 and 1997 for Amtrak California services like the San Joaquins and Capital Quarter, and briefly the San Diegans and occasionally the Pacific Surfliner, as well as the Surfliner cars built between 1998 and 2002 for all Amtrak California intercity rail services. These next-generation bi-level cars were supposed to be a third generation of bi-level passenger rail cars for intercity and long-distance routes in the United States. That 42 of the coaches were intended to supplement the Californian Surfliner cars in California, and 88 of the coaches to replace Amtrak's older single-level Amfleet and Horizon coaches on the Midwest routes like the Hiawatha between Chicago and Milwaukee. The contract with Nippon Sharyo was awarded in 2012, with delivery scheduled between 2015 and 2018. However, after numerous delays of production, there were only 4 partially built shells of the next generation bi-level passenger rail cars, as one prototype coach failed buff testing in August 2015, which was not able to meet the United States' latest Federal Railroad Administration crash standards. Ultimately, the order and redesign for new passenger coaches for state-supported Amtrak routes in the Midwest and California was subcontracted to Siemens Mobility by 2017. Instead of bi-level coaches, there were single-level coaches dubbed the Siemens Venture, which are also used on Brightline and Via Rail, and soon Ontario Northland, Amtrak Cascades, and the IRO train sets for Amtrak's Northeast Corridor. The Siemens Venture coaches used for Amtrak state-supported routes resulted in 7 7-car train sets for the Amtrak San Joaquins between Bakersfield and Oakland, California, while for Amtrak Midwest routes like the Hiawatha, Lincoln Service, and Missouri Rail Runner were 97 coaches, which 68 out of 97 coaches are married, also known as semi-permanently coupled pairs, while the other 29 are unmarried pairs. While Nippon Sharyo did not have many contributions to the North American rail industry, rolling stock such as the P865 and P2020 have made an incredible mark on North American light rail, as P865 number 144 for the Los Angeles Metro Rail became the first non-Boeing and or non-Siemens and Japanese-built light rail vehicle to be preserved in a museum in the United States, as well as P2020 164 being preserved at the Western Railway Museum in Portola, California, and P865 number 100 going to be placed on site display in downtown Long Beach in the coming years. I would also like to shout out Rails of California and Thundersonic Entertainment for granting me permission to use their footage on this video. Anyways, that's all for this video, and I'll see you all next time on the main line. Sayonara.